Hey everybody, Tony here from Boost to Hit. So welcome to another episode of CARMACHINE. I am actually in not traffic for once, which is really nice, but I wanted to still talk, right? So today we are recording on a Wednesday. So as of yesterday, the Fane of Nyrro has officially released the first box set. And I'm super excited. I was very lucky that Steamforged Games sent me an early copy of Executioner's Toll, and I picked up a couple other beasts. So I'm currently working on a 50-point army right now, and but I've been playing, some of the things for as soon as the rules got released. I actually just played one game with Ashmel recently, and I kind of want to go over my initial thoughts. I'm going to preface this by saying that, as I've said before, I played War Machine since probably 2008, right? So I've been playing since Mark 1. And I had a small stint in Hordes, like where I picked up Legion and then instantly got rid of them because I just wasn't great with them. I actually think I sold them to Dowdark, Kevin at some point. But but I am very excited for this army, and I don't like elves. That's another thing. I don't like the aesthetic of elves. I don't think they're particularly interesting. I am in love with how this army plays, though. I like to attribute it a lot to kind of how I feel about Convergence. I hate the way Convergence look. I think they are some of the ugliest models in the game. I just don't like the deco style, but god damn do I love how the army plays. And I feel the exact same way with Fane of Nyrro right now. Hysine, dude, that girl is right up my alley, right? She is just a very forward-facing warlock. I love the ability of decapitation and the fact that after you kill something with decapitation, you get 3 hunger back, right? You have really fun little tricks with her where you can give her murderous and overtake depending on what beast loadout you bring, and it just gives you this really nice ability where you can bounce around, right? You can buy extra attacks with hunger. You can get your beasts in there and really do a lot of things. Cyrus, whatever it is, the character war beast can move models around with its initial attack, and there's no limit on it. So you can pick up 80mm models and just start fucking moving it. I think that is really awesome. I love the ability of Shadow Shift. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit of Shadow Shift. I posted a little bit on the channel, but I'm actually going to be working with Advanced Maneuvers, where I'm going to be talking a lot more about Shadow Shift on their channel, where I'm going to do a whole breakdown on more tactics based. And that's really just because we don't do a lot of tactic talks on Boost to Hit. It's definitely more on hot takes and lore focused stuff and making silly songs. If you haven't seen the Executioner's Blade, just put that out recently. It's a story about Hysine and Ashmel, because their love is interesting, and I think emo songs are pretty great for this army. But I love them. I think hunger is a really unique mechanic. And one thing I really like about this army more than anything else is that this really feels like the first army that is 100% Steamforged Games. This is their vision. I think when it came to Kithgard, I think a lot of that was theirs, but I do think it was still remnants of what Privateer Press had done from what I remember seeing on the Advanced Maneuvers interview that they did with them. But man, Fane of Nyrro is just this is their baby, and I really feel like it shows, right? There's a different style with the box art. There's a different style with how the rules play. They definitely play a very different game than any other army. I kind of hate how expensive their units are with how ineffective they are compared to other comparable units, but that's a trade-off because you get your warlock for free, and your warlock is going to be doing a lot of heavy lifting, right? You see Hysine is very straightforward. She's going to fuck your shit up, or she's going to have one of her Eldritch models fuck your shit up, right? Being able to do Storm Rager on their solo that can gives armor pen is absolutely amazing. Also, giving that thing decap, that's just gonna be wild. That's gonna just ruin someone's day. The power 12 decap, right? If something is an armor 20, you're doing dice plus 2 damage and you're decapping them. oh my god, you could potentially wipe off a warjack off the table in one hit. And if you crit it, oh dude, you're doing awesome. Ashmill is another one. I love the concept of Ashmill, but he plays a game I am very bad at, which is scenario play, which is probably how you should play the game, right? Hysine is more my style because I love a good assassination run. And I actually think Ashmill has a very strong assassination potential, but he is very much so focused more on control, right? Being able to make models inconsequential, which is very, very effective, I think. Being able to corrupt an idol, or not an idol, sorry, being able to corrupt a scenario to where when you take it back over, you gain 2 control points as opposed to 1. And even his feat, where you get effectively signs of importance, right? Where you get +1, or you get additional die to attack and damage, and then you drop the lowest, and you just get that for all of your attacks, as long as they're in this scenario until you control it. Like, that is really, really good play to scenario. Like, it is very exciting. I just kind of suck at playing him right now, but I think as I get more reps in and as I see other people play him, because I'm definitely a visual learner, I think I'll get better with him. I'm excited. I'm also super excited to see what other warlocks come out, right? We've seen, I think, 4 total that are going to come out. We know it's already Ashmill and Hysine. There's Haraseth. He's the big fat one. And then there is Voralis, I believe, is the other one. And I think that's the king because dude's wearing a big crown. So we know those 4. I'm hoping there's another one. But I don't know if we'll have more than that. But I'm excited to see how those warlocks play, because I think it's going to be one of those definitions where it's going to be your army is going to play so dramatically different based off of what warlock you're going to run. And that's really cool. And I think you're going to see really super diverse lists because of that. Like, I really like the... I think they're called the Blood Sirens. The ones where they hit you, they can glamour you to where you move 3 inches away. They have atomical precision. I think they're awesome. I don't know if I'm going to play them necessarily with Hysine, because I don't think that's the style I want to play, but I definitely think they're going to play well with Ashmill. Which kind of goes to the other thing. I think the way how they built these kits for the new models coming out are really good. My only gripe is I just don't love that I'm locked to a War Beast, and in order to get the other ones, I have to go buy the parts. Or luckily, actually, they just shown that if you're a 3D printer, coming July 1st, you can actually print those other heads out, which is, I'm really happy they did. I was hoping they would. That's definitely what I'm going to do on mine, because I'm going to pick up that Ashmill box. But yeah, so I got to crack my neck a little bit, try to deal with the stress. No, I like this army a lot. I think they are going to have a very high learning curve. So I think what we're going to see initially is, my estimation is going to be a lot of people are going to pick up this army, and you're going to see a really weird fluctuation where they might have a low percentage rate, because I think they're going to be hard to play, or they might have a really high percentage rate at first and they drop off pretty quick, because if you can find a way to stop hunger generation, that's going to neuter a lot of stuff that they can do, right? Like, Hysine is really good on her own, but dear God, she gets scared, she can decapitate. Dear God, she can get scared, she can spend 2 hunger to go and kill something. They are terrifying if they have 3 hunger and they can shadow shift away, right? Because shadow shift is literally, as long as I have one of my friendly models within 4 inches, I can shadow shift to them. I land anywhere on that base. I just have to be base to base with them. And then, yeah, they get RFP'd, but I am getting my my warlock, or even a normal model that I have, out of threat range, out of potential assassination, right? So we don't have necessarily cheap units yet, but I think they're coming. I think everything we have is 3-man units so far. So I think once we move from a 3-man unit to a 5-man unit, hopefully there is one that is cheap enough. Like, I'm hoping for a 6-point unit. I don't know if we'll get one, but I'm hoping for a 6-point unit that I can just use as like, hey, I'm gonna just shadow shift to them, and that's gonna be great because I'm gonna be able to have more ability to go and, you know, keep my guy safe. And honestly, if it's 6 points where they're just a bunch of dumb looking dudes that I can shadow shift to, I'm probably okay with that, right? Bonus points if they can actually do damage or have like some type of ranged weapon. But if I at least get a 6 to 7 point unit that I can shadow shift to, I get 5 models out of it. I like that because I don't mind shadow shifting to my Fane, but let's say I have a Fane Knight. Oh, that was a big bump. That has 5 wounds. I shadow shift to him, he's instantly removed from play. So I've just removed 2 points of a model that potentially could be up to armor 19 or armor 21 against range attacks. So there's definitely like a balance we need to have there. So that's what I'm hoping for. And I'm really excited to kind of see what the other warlocks do. I think they're going to be a very fun faction. But again, it goes back to where I think they're going to have a very high win rate at first, and then I wonder if they're going to drop down. Or I think it's more so going to be the opposite. I think they're going to have a very low win rate because they're going to be hard to play and play it well. I definitely think they're a big brain army, and I'm excited to see them at WTC. I hope we see some Fane there. Because I think that is going to be so damn cool what happens with them. Like, I think that's going to be freaking awesome if we see them playing at WTC and we see them playing well. Yeah, that's going to be awesome. Yeah, anyways, that's my little card machine rant for the day, Fane of Nyrro. If you have not seen them, take a look at the War Machine app. That is completely free to download and look at the rules. And you can't access the lore there, but I talk about the lore in my unboxing, and then I'm going to be doing a high scene in 60 seconds lore video here soon, where I'm going to start picking those back up. I got to get through all the Kith guards, so I got a lot of models I got to try to get through. Yep, and then we'll do that. And then also, if you stay this long, Ashmael, Chris, he is going to, not Ashmael, I'm sorry, Hashmal, that says on the forum, or Chris, right? He is going to be starting the blog again, and he's going to be doing some deep dive stuff on Fane of Nyrro, which I am super pumped about. So, anyways, everybody, thank you all very much for listening to another episode of Card Machine. Again, as always, let me know if you like this or you hate it. Either way, I'm still going to do it. So, thank you all so much, and have a good one. Peace.